I thought it was an incredible experience. I'm really proud of how the girls showed up. We came in there to have a team bonding experience, get to see Hawaii, experience their culture, and play 5 really competitive games. And I'm really proud of walking away with a winning record. Losing 2 games actually was a really positive thing for us because we were able to see the team bounce back and see how tough they were and how resilient they were, and they showed us this weekend. And walking away with a really nice run-roll win to finish the trip was huge for the girls.
Yeah, so you've never played any of these teams before, so how do playing teams like this help you for conference later?
I think it's just fresh opponents. We get to see what our girls can do against some different pitching, and what will our base running look like against some different catchers. And I just think any competition right now is preparing us outside of playing our inner squads. Any competition is just getting us ready for conference.
Mm-hmm. So you had a couple big scoring games, so the offense was really good this weekend. So if you just want to talk about that.
Yeah, the big scoring games were huge for us because the girls really passed the bat. We talk about it all the time. We want to just pass the bat. This is not a one-man show. You do your job, pass the bat to the next guy in line, and that's what they did. They just kept rallying a lot of singles. We had some good doubles. Callie had a great weekend, but overall we took advantage of opportunities that defense gave us, and then strung together a lot of good quality hits.
Yeah. So you split the series with Hawaii. So what kind of went along that with both games?
Yeah, that was a really, really good matchup. Hawaii, they have kids that can really swing it. They are very, very aggressive, and Riley threw an awesome game the first game. I think she adjusted really well to their offensive strategy, and we saw her step up huge. It was a 3-hitter with one of those being a bunt, so they only had one kid that got it out of the infield on her, and that was incredible. Sydney threw a really good game against them the second game. Unfortunately, we made some pretty critical defensive mistakes, and they were able to walk away with the win. But that's a really quality team that I thought we competed well with, and they definitely had a home field advantage with their crowd, and they're used to playing in that environment.
So last tournament of the season, how do you feel being at this point in the season with record and playing wise and all that kind of stuff?
We're really happy with where we're at. We are officially 1/3 of the way through the games that we have on our schedule right now, and it just 16 games in 16 days, that has flown by. And I know the girls are tired, but they figured out a way to come, show up, and I think that's prepared them to go into conference now. Things will slow down a little bit for them going into conference. Playing the same team 3 times in a row on a weekend will allow them to have a little bit more of a strategy and be a little bit more prepared for each game. And so yeah, I feel really good having faced a wide variety of opponents at this point.
Yeah. So this weekend, first home game series, how are you feeling about that?
It's SFA, and I think our girls are going to get up for that. They're really excited to play them. That was a tough series for us last year. So for the returners, I think they're eager to get back at it against SFA. We're really excited to be able to be at home now and play in front of a home crowd. And yeah, we're just looking forward to seeing what our team is going to do this year against our conference opponents.
Yeah, thank you.
So tell us about Mercedes.
Mercedes is a beast. That is one tough kid. She's doing a phenomenal job for us in center field. She covers so much ground. She really, the ball gets hit in the air in the outfield, and you just know Mercedes is going to go get that ball. Offensively, she is a really tough kid that's going to compete in every at-bat and make things happen. She had some really good quality at-bats and some good hits for us on the bases. She's a smart base runner, and so she's pretty banged up from this weekend. She had a face collision with the dirt, and it just continued to happen throughout the weekend, but it didn't slow her down at all. She didn't hesitate from that point moving forward, and I think that that's leadership that we need for our team, just showing how bad she wants it in her fight. The girls wanted to play around that.
So coming off a tournament like this, what are some areas that you've seen going into practice before conference that you want to develop for the team and areas of the game?
Yeah, I think that these first 3 weekends really exposed some areas where we still need to grow. There's things with our base running that we have worked on, but we haven't executed well yet, and so we know that leads to runs in the game if we can continue to execute that. Defensively, losing Shaylee at second base and having to pull Rose in from right field to second base, we haven't had a practice with her yet at second base, and so we had to go right into Hawaii 5 games without her practicing there, and so we're excited this week to get some practices with her and Logan up the middle. and see if we can clean that up and make it a little bit smoother. Offensively, I think we really want to look at our strategy and zone in on how can we be more productive with each at bat. And our pitching, I think, is really starting to come around, and Riley and Sydney are holding it down for us and keeping us in a good position where if we score some runs, we can win. But yeah.
Does it feel like it is about to be the start of conference, or does it feel like the first 3 weeks have gone by very quickly?
Very fast. It has just flown by. It's unbelievable to me that it's a third of the way through our schedule already. Yeah, and I had to explain that to the girls going into this. Just be ready. Once it goes, it's really zooms by fast, but it's a whirlwind coming back from Hawaii now, and we're all tired, and they're going to have a couple days off to kind of regroup and reset. But yeah, I guess that's the name of the game that season for us. We play a lot of games in softball, and yeah, it goes by fast.
What was your favorite thing that you guys ate in Hawaii?
Oh my gosh, the Hawaiians really took care of us. We had a lot of Spam and rice and teriyaki chicken. The best experience, I think, that the girls would tell you, though, was we got to go to a Polynesian Cultural Center and see a hasho, and they did the fire throwing, and oh my goodness, it lit a fire with our girls. Like, it was absolutely incredible. They came out the next day ready to go. And I honestly, I think I attribute a lot of that to watching that show and all of them being there to see that together. We got to see Pearl Harbor. We got to do Bible studies on the beach, and just really got everything in while we were there. So no wasted time.